something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, that's literally just what I was thinking, man. All right, thanks. Hi guys, Matt McKeever here. So I just want to shoot you a really quick intro video. Yesterday I had the pleasure of meeting Dan Desveaux, an amazing real estate investor in Sarnia, Ontario, and he's just crushing it. And he's also such a sincere, genuine guy. It was just really amazing getting to spend time with him. He drove me around, showed me his entire portfolio, or essentially his entire portfolio, which includes an abandoned water park, an axe throwing place, and a microbrewery. I mean, when my portfolio grows up, I hope it's as fun and as cool as Dan's is. In addition to that, he's got 5 flip projects currently on the go. Next year, he's planning to do 15 flips, and he's just definitely a been there, done that, seen it sort of real estate investor who's more than happy to share his wealth of knowledge and experience with other investors. And so the great thing is, the way I found him, believe it or not, networking. I know I'm constantly mentioning to you guys the value of networking. Don't reinvent the wheel. We can all like learn, earn, and grow together. And so let's do that. And so essentially, Dan just showed up to the local LRRRR, which is like the London area real estate investing community. I'm not sure what the C stands for. But anyways, he showed up to it. He had a really interesting backstory, and I didn't have enough time to really talk to him, so I just reached out at the end of the when I had to leave and said, hey Dan, it sounds like you're doing some really cool stuff. I'd love to talk to you more and pick your brain and just learn more about how you got here. Would you be willing to meet up with me sometime if I came down to Sarnia to learn about your market? And he was more than happy to help me out and show me around, which was just amazing. It was so much fun. Thanks again, Dan. I really appreciate it. And you guys will definitely be seeing more of Dan on my YouTube channel in the future. Let's check it out.
What's the question again?
So like if it wasn't for this building, like would you have still ended up in real estate?
I think so, yeah, because I mean, really there's only 2 ways to make money. It's a stock market or real estate as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can own your own business, but that didn't seem like a viable solution to, you know what I mean? Like I did my little business there, unless you have a global business or a really successful business.
Yeah, something that's really scalable.
Scalable, there's no money in that either.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much stuck with real estate or stock market. And I don't know anything about stocks. It seemed way too complicated for me. And as far as I was concerned, there was no way to leverage the stock market, right? Real estate, you can leverage.
Yeah.
It's so much easier. So that pretty much meant you know, real estate was my thing. And you know what? Real estate is so much bloody fun. Even though it's completely insane and exhausting and frustrating, right? But it's it suits my personality perfectly. So we're just getting systems put in place.
Yeah.
You flip homes?
No, I've never done a flip yet. I'm starting to look for this winter, mainly because up until now I've really just been focused on buy and hold and like kind of what I call BRRRR, or like kind of flipping to yourself, right?
You with BRRRR, yeah.
And
I did BRRRR for 10 years.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that obviously was
but
a BRRRR
you're broke
there.
all the time.
Yes, and so like it wasn't a big deal until I quit my day job. But so now that I quit my day job, it's a much bigger.
Starts, yes. So I did that I did the BRRRR for 10 years. That's how perfect example, that one. I would borrow private money, fix up the place, go get some tenants, refi, go take the money, go to the next one.
Yeah.
I was on a tear for 10 years and I thought I was the smartest guy and this is, you know, I know everything and I'll be a millionaire in no time. But I was always broke all the time, and you'll find out doing the BRRRR system that the more properties you end up with, unless your market is really going well, then nothing applies, right? The guys in Toronto that are doing the BRRRR in the last 10 years, or in Hamilton or whatever, where your property is going up 15-20% a year. Winnipeg is actually a good example. Your properties are going up 15-20% a year. No matter what you do, you're making money.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't, even if you fall on your face every day, you're making money. But in this area here, southwestern Ontario, you know, like from London that way, they've been just booming for 15 years. This little pocket of southwestern Ontario, London, Chatham, Sarnia, Windsor kind of thing, this side of London,
Yeah.
has been seeing growth for 2-3% a year.
Yeah.
So that BRRRR strategy is scary because you're constantly the little tiny bit of money that you have on each project.
Yeah.
All it takes is one project to not come in quite the way you thought it was.
Yes.
And get hammered 30-40 grand.
Yeah.
And you're it's very scary. So this is a project I bought 3 years ago. There's a water park back there.
Oh shit, okay.
Do a little tour here.
Yeah.
But so it's a 10-acre piece of land in here.
Yeah.
We can get out and do a little walk around if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Such a nice day. But so it used to be it was a water park. This was a functioning water park when I first bought the.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had this?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
So that water park was going for 30 years. The guy who built this plaza built the water park. And so this plaza originally was it was called Pinsonneau's Fitness Center, or Pinsonneau's Racquetball Center. There's this back part here was racquetball, and they used to have tennis courts there.
Oh, okay.
So then they got rid of the tennis courts and put a water park in. And it was quite successful for a number of years. It really started to tank right after 9/11 because all of a sudden Americans needed passports to get across the border. And Americans don't like getting passports. So so that's it. So business just died. And then, you know, lack of maintenance and all those other issues.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I only reason I bought this property, like this is the main drag right here, London Line. It's an extension of London Road, which is our main thoroughfare in the city. So eventually everything's coming this way. So that's one of the reasons I bought it. And the other reason is that I've been pretty lucky with these mixed use type of properties.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 apartments in here. And that helps me survive.
Cover,
Yeah, it doesn't cover. I still lose money every month. I used to lose a lot of money every month. Now I'm kind of breaking even-ish with this plaza. Things are going really well. These guys here, this axe throwing business.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so they're doing really well. They've decided, we just negotiated this deal last week where they're going to take down the whole water park and they're going to make it some kind of green space and do whatever they're going to do there. So that's fantastic. And the rest of it is, you know, we're slowly picking away at it. That used to be a bar in the front.
Yeah.
And it closed, and I never found anybody to go in there. So so that's a bit of a struggle. This building right here, this just came up for sale a month ago, and I just bought it a month ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's another sort of work in progress. It's about 8,800 square feet. It's mixed. It's got a karate guy in the front. He's the guy who owned the building. Cleaning guy in there, and upholstery guy. But so that place there is kind of, actually we don't need to go for a tour unless you wanted to go see the water park. Do you want to? Kids, like when I was a kid, I was a bit of a turd, so I used to get in trouble all the time. So you can imagine a closed water park, how much fun that would be to go just raise hell. So we constantly have problems with young kids doing that.
No doubt.
So I used to drain the pools, but then they'd come in here with their skateboards and stuff all the time. So now the pool's full of water. Yeah. And see all the golf balls there? So they raided my golf shack and smashed in the door, and they put the golf balls at the top and just sent them all down, which I'd love to do.
I was gonna say that probably was fun.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah, that would be a riot. So so I get mad at these guys, but you know what? I'd be doing the same thing. about $12,000. The wiring was $12,000.
Oh shit, yeah.
Driveway
So
was
pretty well complete gut.
Yeah, and that's just, well, no, we didn't take, well, we just had to rewire. We didn't take all the walls off.
Oh, okay.
Wiring, plumbing, and driveway was 10, 20, 30, about $40,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We had to put a new water line in. That was about $8,000. Oh, it's just crazy. But so yeah, so if you ever get into house flipping, it's gonna be a little tricky for you because you don't know all these little tricks and ins and outs and everything. But it doesn't mean Stefan Arno didn't know anything about houses either, and he does great at flipping houses. So you just have to hire the right crews that know everything. But yeah, I struggled myself. And I've been in construction my whole life.
Yeah.
So, so it's tricky. Yeah.
So this is a 3-bedroom house then?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what does a 3-bedroom house go for in this area?
Well, about 200, 180 to 200.
Yeah.
In this area.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
And so for your like flips, are you using like similar numbers or formula as like Stefan and those people? Or
you know, he's got it down to a science, like literally to the penny. I used to wing it for a number of years, but you lose money that way. So now I'm getting a lot better with my numbers. We have budgets and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
This one here, I used to think that if I bought the house cheap enough, it didn't matter what the budget was.
Yeah.
Turns out it isn't. You can still lose money.
Yeah.
I paid 70 grand for this house.
Oh, okay.
I was planning on spending about 60 or 70.
Yeah.
It's going to be 100 now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm going to be lucky to make any money.
Yeah, so that's going to get tight.
Yeah, very tight. One of the houses that I'm going to show you some other houses that I have, and we'll talk numbers about that one.
Yeah.
This one, it just, you know what I mean? I just thought if I bought it cheap enough, it didn't matter about my budget.
I could see that based on the price you got it from the comps, what you're saying.
Well,
I would feel the same way,
Yeah, you can sell it for around 200 and buy it for 70. You can't fuck it up. But, you can. Turns out you can.
This is interesting. So like, sent him like my resume and did a cover letter, and I was like, look, I know I'm way overqualified. Like, I know you can't afford to pay me anything near what I was getting paid. I was like, I don't really care if you even pay me. If you're willing to let me learn from you, I was like, that's what's most important to me. And so like when we sat down, and like he's older guy, so he's around 70. Yeah. And so I think he saw a fair bit of himself in me, just like a young, hungry guy, right? Yeah. And so we just kind of hit it off, and so he ended up using me as his bookkeeper and just kind of a jack of all trades, and we'd drive around the city, and like I just kind of get to know how he got to where he is and stuff. Yeah.
You actually found a mentor?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could find a mentor.
Yeah, and so like it literally was that, and I essentially approached it telling him that, and so
you're a lucky bugger.
Yeah, and so eventually he's like, Matt, you're investing in the old East Village, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I think that place is going to blow up soon. I was like, I'm really focusing on just buying in that neighborhood. Right. And he was like, I should get you to sell my building for me then. He's like, I want to sell it privately. He's like, I don't need to get a real estate agent involved. Right, sure. I was like, okay, tell me about it. And he was like, it's like this 20-unit parcel. He's like, I call them my crack houses. Yeah. He's like, we've been slowly cleaning them up, though. The area's changing. He's like, it just needs better management, blah, blah. Yeah. And I was like, interesting. And he was like, so do you want to sell it? I was like, no, I don't want to sell it. I was like, and I don't think I should be selling it. I was like, I think I have a conflict of interest here because I want to buy it. Okay. And that's the one, yeah.
This house on the street.
Oh, is that the one that you did a video of?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we'll go through it. Anyway, so we'll hear the rest of the story.
So I was like, I think there's a conflict of interest because I want to buy it off you. Yeah. And he was like, shit. He's like, really? He's like, you want this piece of shit? And I was like, yes. I was like, that piece of shit's how I'm going to get started. Yeah. And so we talked about it a bit more, and then he said, okay, I'll sell it to you for, what do you think? What's fair? And I said,
nice here. Anyway, so
yeah, this is beautiful.
Turned out pretty cool, eh? So,
yeah.
Yeah, so we staged it, obviously, and it looks pretty cool.
Would this have been one of the first houses you staged, or do you stage everything?
I stage them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the numbers on this. So I bought this house for 50.
Oh shit! Really?
I spent 100.
Oh, okay. So it was like.
Yes, I sold it for 195. So when all said and done, I'm gonna make about 20 grand.
Okay.
You know.
And so that 100, does that include like your holding and closing, or?
Yeah, pretty much. So 100, so 150, and then 150, and then real estate, and then I don't know. There's a lot of miscellaneous things that you don't, carrying costs, all this other jazz. I'm gonna make about 20 grand. So again, could have done better.
Yeah.
But it was another big learning experience.
Yeah.
Again, this was another furnace, all new. I had to do all new ductwork because the guy had hacked out all the ductwork. So when I went around, literally, and this is the stuff that you never think of. This house was all ripped apart and stuff. I went around and I looked, and you can see. Oh, look! I got two different colored floor things. You could see the vents, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that someone ripped all the ductwork out.
Yes,
so
agreed.
When we went to put the furnace in, I knew I had to put a new furnace, and there was ductwork here and there, and I thought, okay, no big deal. We find out that all the ductwork was ripped out. So when you have to, open walls and put new ductwork, and right now all the ductwork is running in the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Right? Normally you'd have it going up the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't make sense. So all inside all of these, see this bulkhead here?
Yeah.
So we had to put a bulkhead in, and we had to run ductwork all up inside the ceilings, and yeah, it was crazy.
So was this a bank repo?
No, this was actually a real estate agent who went, was it a repo? Yeah, I think maybe was a repo. It was a real estate agent and ended up losing it, I think, to the bank. And,
okay.
So I ended up buying it. I think it was on real estate. Check out this.
Oh wow, bathroom. That's amazing.
Yeah, you're not going to see this very often. So.
Especially at this price point, I would think, right?
How's this for a bathroom? Check this out. You have a makeup room over here, right?
Yeah.
Like friggin' amazing.
You could do anything.
Yeah, like that's friggin' insane.
That really is.
Yeah, who has a bathroom like this?
That's beautiful.
Look at this backyard.
Yeah.
How's that for a backyard?
That is.
Like that's insane.
That is. No, this is legitimately amazing.
Yeah, so for 200 grand, it's a bargain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, who the hell has a house like this? And the basement's got all the same stuff too. So it's a pretty amazing house for pretty amazing house for the price point. So a bunch of duplexes and triplexes all over the place, but you don't need to see those. I'll just show you the fun ones.
Sure.
Yeah, so you're always broke all the time, right? So I've sold a few buildings over the years, and like if I was from London to Toronto or whatever, I would be a multi-millionaire and be just laughing all the way to the bank. But because I'm in this area that I'm in, it's just a slow play. It's a long play, and you gotta, this isn't about getting rich quick. It's a slow go. You just gotta keep it on, and eventually you will have the big payoff. But I want to get really good at flipping, so I at least have a decent income. It'd be nice to make a couple $100,000 a year. That'd be great. Doing something that you enjoy. Yeah. And then having the the investment side. Every time you get some money or whatever. Truthfully, I don't need money to buy real estate. I've got it down to a science now where I don't need any money, right? I just borrow privately, I buy it, I fix it up, and then I refinance. So you're basically getting free properties. If you buy right, you get free real estate. Yeah. So I want to continue to do that. And that takes years of practice, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like when 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, if someone told me that, you don't need money to buy real estate, I would have said, you're crazy. But it's true. So this house, this sixplex I bought here on the corner here. Oh, okay, yeah. I bought that about 5 years ago, I think. I bought it for, oh boy, I think I bought it for around 90 grand. Wow. And
was it in terrible shape?
Oh yeah. I spent about 200,000 on it. Oh, okay, yeah. Fixing it up. And now it's all completely redone. So, new boiler systems. I always go to town and fix places up. I don't. Yeah. I go overboard. So I spent about $200,000 in there, which was all new boiler system, all new windows, kitchens, bathrooms, whatever I could needed. You know, I did it. So that's been a great investment right there. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm working all the time. You work 7 days a week, but it's to do something you really enjoy, then it doesn't matter. But I'd like to get to the point, I just turned 50 this year, so I'd like to put in 10 more years of what I'm doing now, which I enjoy this, but 10 more years of doing what I do now, and then it'd be nice to still work every day, but you know, be less involved in the day-to-day grind, right? And just do deals, right? Who wouldn't love just to do a couple deals, you know, a couple deals a month?
Yeah,
right?
I think that's one of
$1
my
million
dreams.
deal every couple months or whatever, or something. That would be great.
Yeah.
You know, you're just looking at deals all day and, you know, talking to people, enjoying yourself. So I own this plaza here.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So this is I bought this plaza. This was that you thought that deal was good down on Maxwell Street. This plaza, it's hard to believe, but the whole thing, the red part in the back here, I bought it for $200,000.
Oh wow! In this location, like I guess I don't know downtown Sarnia, but this seems sick.
Yeah, like it was worth $400,000. So I bought it for $200,000. I spent about,
was it vacant or like?
Yeah, pretty much vacant. I spent $100,000. The store was here. The variety store was here.
Yeah.
So I spent about $100,000 renovating it, and then, you know, got some tenants in there. So now it cash flows good. I refinanced I think last year or the year before and took $100,000 out. Spent it on, you know, whatever. Yeah. Repairs and maintenance and different buildings and different things. So it's a great building.
So how'd you get Refined Fool, or was that just like
they just needed a space?
Yeah.
So
I just wondered because like it seems like you got some really cool tenants, right? Axe throwing and like
that's it. That's what's fun about
like that's super
stuff.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to buy this place really, really bad. I bugged the guy for 2 years to sell it to me. I own this place here beside it. Yeah. So I didn't want a bunch of loser drug addicts moving in next door to me. And so this building came up. It was only $80,000 he wanted for it. First he wanted 100, but then he ended up going down to, I got him all the way down to 80 grand. And then the last minute, the 11th hour, he says he wants 85. He said, oh, my sister, it's her fault or whatever, I want 85. And I said, no, I'm not paying 85. It literally needs new everything, right? Yeah. So I knew how much it needed. It needed like about at least $100,000 worth of work. So if I would have bought it for 80 and spent 100, you know what I mean? Like with all the other miscellaneous, it would end up around 200 I would have had into it. I don't even know if it would have been worth 200. It's a duplex, right?
Okay.
So it would have been borderline whether it was worth it. But I was willing to pay an extra, up to 20 grand extra, just because I don't want a bunch of losers beside my nice building.
And that's a beautiful building.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is, of course, this, and as you can see, he's just sticking windows in that he's got from other buildings and whatever. It's $200 for a fucking window. You know what I mean? Like, do you really need to go to Habitat for Humanity to get a damn window? You know what I mean? Like, come on, buddy. So I don't. Who knows what the hell's going on in there and what tenants you're gonna get? Yeah. You know. So I'm really pissed off at this guy. So anyway, he better. Like, does it really make sense? Okay, look, perfect example. Okay, this is humongous trim you have on the outside, right? He's ripping out all the trim to put in his shitty fucking free windows or $100 windows. Yeah. Does that make any sense? Yeah. You just put in a $200 brand new window into the existing frame. Yeah. And you keep the character of the house. Like this is where they say putting good money after bad. Yeah. Okay? He's so stupid, he doesn't realize that all the work that's going into changing this window is costing him $300 when he could have done it for $200 and had the right size window and look good. Anyway, it just pisses me off. Put up with that arsehole. So behind this building here is a 9-plex. I bought that last year. So I'm gonna take you around, around the corner. I'll show you that place. Yeah, it's just depressing. It's like, honestly, it's depressing. You know, they did the roof there. They used 3-tab shitty, you know, just everything is shitty.
Cut every corner, yeah.
Yeah, they cut every corner. You know, London is actually big enough where you can say, you know, this area is up and coming or whatever.
Yeah.
Sarnia really is so bloody small that, you know, we don't even have areas. We have the south end and the north end. That's pretty much it. So this is the 9-plex I bought. So I bought this I bugged the guy for 3 years to sell this to me. I bought it for 150 grand.
Fuck, did you do that?
And I spent 450,000 on it. It's all new, everything. Every single thing is new. That window is broken there because on Halloween night, some fucking crackhead decided to have a breakdown and picked up a sign and threw it through the window.
Oh shit.
When people being home.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yes. Threw a sign through the front window. So that's a drag.
Crazy.
But look how beautiful this building is.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, like we spent 450 grand making this. It was 50,000 just in the parking lot. Okay, fine. You know, I want the building, and then they say I want $500,000, and you say, I'll offer you $100,000, and they say $100,000 for a 9-plex, and you say, well, yeah, but I have to put $500,000 of work into it, and then you end up at 150.
Sweet. Well, yeah, thank you so much for spending all the time, man. I really appreciate it. This was tons of fun.
So I'm coming to visit you next time.
Absolutely.
All right. My little brother, I've been a big brother for 8 years now with the same little brother. That's he's 14 now. We started when he was 8, so that's cool.
So cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's been one of the most rewarding things in my life. There's a little thing that he got me, a little hammer that he knows I'm a renovator and stuff. And this is literally one of the best pictures ever. I mean, that warms my heart every time I see that. And that is Stefan Arnio in Winnipeg. He's a real estate coach, a fantastic fantastic real estate coach. And that's his proposal to me for coaching. One of these days, I'm going to be able to take him up on it, and looking forward to it. So, yeah.
Thanks, Dan, so much for doing that, and I hope you guys will thank him by checking out his YouTube channel. At the end of this video, there'll be a link where you can click and go check out his channel, and you definitely should. And leave him some comments and encourage him to make more videos and to get him to make more in-depth videos and tutorials, because he's such an amazing guy. I think we can all learn a lot from him, myself included, and so I think the best way to do that is we all just peer pressure him into making more videos. So definitely go check out Dan's channel. Hit that beautiful red subscribe button, leave me comments and feedback in the YouTube comment section, and share this on social media if you're getting value from it. I want to really expand and grow my audience, and so the best way to do that is for me to get subscribers so that I know that people are regularly wanting to view this content. Thanks again for taking the time to watch. Until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough of it out there for us to all make it. So let's just go make some money, guys, and make some awesome new friends like Dan Desveaux. Thank you.